Hello, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith. I am a Chevening scholar, and on this channel I've created well over 48 videos or 50 videos really on winning the Chevening scholarship. Okay, so if you want tips on how to secure the fully funded scholarship like myself and the over 30 people that have secured it from this channel, then keep watching my videos, subscribe, and go to our Chevening playlist to learn all you need to know about Chevening. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions about the Chevening scholarship. This is part 1 of the series, so I'm open to a part 2, part 3. If you guys can, drop your questions in the comments below, and I'll keep answering your questions. Okay, so the first question here is, what is the core requirement, right? What do I need to apply for Chevening? Okay, so I'm on the eligibility page so that I can give you direct and clear advice from the official website. So to be eligible for Chevening, what you need is you need to be a citizen of one of the Chevening eligible countries or territories. For you to know that, just check their website, chevening.org/apply, and you see the list of countries that they have. Okay, I'm a Nigerian, so if you're Nigerian, and most African countries and a couple of other countries across the world would actually be eligible for this, right? But just check their websites to be sure. But yes, you need to be eligible, you need to be a citizen of one of the eligible countries, right? The next thing is you need to be able to return to your home country for 2 years after your award has ended. I have a detailed video reviewing that, so yeah, you can check that out, but it's not that bad, trust me. There are more benefits than deterrents for deciding to do that. You need to have completed an undergraduate degree that will allow you to gain entry onto a postgraduate program. So they usually say on their website you need a 2-1, but to be honest, you can get Chevening with a 2-2. They're just saying typical, so it's not like they're saying it has to be a 2-1. If you have a 2-2 and above, you can definitely get admission to a UK university. You need to have 2 years of work experience. So the standard job of 30 to 40 hours a week for 2 years should be sufficient really, but calculate it and see how it works. But the total number of hours is 2,800 hours, right? I need to have received an unconditional offer from one of the UK universities that you applied to, and the deadline is July. So you can apply for the scholarship without even applying to the university, right? You must not be a British citizen or hold a dual citizenship with the British government, right? You must not hold refugee status. You must not be an employee or former employee of any UK department or government organization, so e.g. embassies, high commission, etc. You must not have any family member as well that was involved in any of these countries. You must not have studied in the UK with a funding from the UK government, so e.g. Commonwealth. You will not be eligible for Chevening, right? And having a master's degree does not prevent you from applying for Chevening. You can obviously apply for a second master's degree. There's no issue. You just need to show them that you can actually there's actually a need for the new master's degree, right? I do have a lot of videos around essays on this channel. Like, just check our videos and you will get all the guidance that you need on how to tell your story regardless of where you're from. And if you need one-to-one guidance, our website is the place to be, afmstories.com/scholarships. Okay, anyways, that's the first question, right? The second question is course applications, right? So do I need to apply for the course before I apply for the scholarship? Some university applications are closed now. What will I do? What if I've not applied to the school at the time of the deadline? Do I need an offer to apply? So the point is, what Chevening says to you is, have a list of 3 schools that you aim to apply to get admission into. They're not saying you must have gotten admission to 3 schools at the time you apply. The deadline for your unconditional offer is July next year. So you have between now and July to get an offer. So when I even applied for the scholarship, they asked, have you applied to any of your schools? I said no. So they're not holding you. It's on their website. You can wait. Obviously, I'll say after you submit the application, apply immediately to the universities. But like, there's no stress with that, right? So you can apply to the schools first, apply to the scholarship, or you can apply for the scholarship then apply to the school. There's no really order. And if you're currently looking at university applications in August, September, a lot of them will say applications are closed because they open applications for the next year, let's say in October, November, etc. So the truth is, focus on Chevening, but choose schools that check the eligibility criteria of the schools you're applying to. Don't go and put a school that says first class if you have a 2-2, right? Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Look for schools that can take you, really. So yes, what if I don't get an offer? So I don't think you should worry about this right now, to be honest, but ensure that you pick schools that can take you, right? And once you submit your Chevening application, make your application. A lot of schools will get back to you within 2 weeks to 1 month or 6 weeks, right? That's like maybe if you apply for the admission in, let's say, December, right? You should get, or maybe November, you should get your admission back in December or January. If any of the schools reject you, make other applications, or you can actually apply for 5 or 6 schools. So the 3 schools you listed in your Chevening application and 3 buffer schools. So just in case you don't get admission to any of the schools, what you just need to do is, if you get shortlisted for interview, just tell them that you're changing your choices to one of the 3, one of the extra choices that you apply to. So as long as you're shortlisted for interviews, you can change any of your university options at the interview. But you obviously have to defend this. So don't just say, oh, I got rejected. No. Convince them about why the other schools are better, right? Anyways, we have many videos talking about this. Do I have to return? Are there loopholes? You have to return to your home country. There's no loophole, okay? Is the return clause worth it? I'll say it's worth it because Chevening gives you access to an amazing network, and they make you a lifelong friend of the UK government. So if you need support from the UK government in terms of carrying out amazing projects or collaborations, plus even just people hearing that you're a Chevening scholar, makes it easier to get into some rooms. So yes, the return clause is actually worth it. Do I have a full video talking about this? I will link it in the description box below, right? If I don't have all my documents, can I apply? So this is for people that maybe don't have their transcripts or their certificates or their references. You don't need those documents to apply. You can send in your application. The deadline for this year is 21st February. Every year it changes. Some years 25th, some years 27th, but it's usually end of February. So you have between now and February to get those documents. So you can definitely apply without your documents. That's for your for your certificates and transcripts and your references, okay? Do I have to own a business or a foundation to apply? No, you don't have to be. So all kinds of people are welcome to apply to Chevening. So whether you are a 9-to-5er, whether you're a volunteer, whether you're doing part-time work, whether you run a business, whether you're a freelancer, you're allowed to apply for Chevening scholarship, okay? As long as you're actually working in any capacity, you are allowed to apply. And if you have a business, you can also apply and use your business working time as your work experience, okay? What if I was working while schooling? Is this eligible? So the truth is, if you're working while schooling, it can be eligible as long as it was not part of your course, right? So as long as it was not one of your course requirements. So let's say people that are in maybe sciences, that they have to do a compulsory internship or placement as part of their degree, that is not eligible. But if you're working on the summer full-time jobs that were not part of your degree, then it's definitely eligible and you can use it. I know a scholar that got Chevening less than a year after he graduated from school, but because he had been building a platform for over 4 years and he was working on it while schooling, he was able to use that platform as well. So yeah, you can get Chevening if you have work experience while you were schooling. Are all courses allowed? Yes, you can apply for any course. So that's one of the benefits of Chevening. Chevening allows you to apply for any single course in any university. So whatever thing you're interested in, so Chevening allows you to apply for any course, like whether it's music, dancing, like any course really. Any course you can think of, as long as it's offered by a UK university and you can defend how it's going to touch lives, please apply away. Chevening does not discriminate, okay? Do I need some sort of social media presence to qualify? No. Though some scholars have social media presence, but I know a couple of scholars that didn't even have any social media platform. They're not focused on just, publicity of your work, but they are more focused on the impact of your work. So not about your social media followers. I didn't even talk about my social media followers. They do not know, they do not care, except it's relevant to what you're talking about. So maybe you've been able to build a community of a certain number of people, then that is relevant. But just your personal social media, people follow me, it's not compulsory, but it can be beneficial. There are many ways to demonstrate leadership and influence beyond just numbers. Social media numbers can help if you have a sizable amount of followers, but if you don't have, there are so many other ways to demonstrate this. I have videos talking about how you can demonstrate your leadership experience, so just check out the channel, okay? Does someone with a second class lower stand a chance at getting the scholarship? Yes. If you have a 2-2, you can get the scholarship. Even though they write typically a 2-1, as long as you can get admission to a university in the UK, you can apply for the Chevening scholarship, right? So 2-2 above can apply. I know someone that had a 3rd class that got to the interview stage, so it's very possible. Do not let your grades deter you. Ensure that you can get admission. That's it. That's just what you need. And ensure that your essays are very strong and you will be fine. Can a Polytechnic graduate apply for the scholarship? So these are people that have an HND. I do know of one specific case that got Chevening with an HND. A video is on the channel where she shared about how she got Chevening with an HND. So you should check out that video to learn more about how she did it. But yes, she did it. But you have to really work hard on yourself. So you have to really build your experiences. You have to ensure that you're one of the best candidates, because obviously it is a concern. So it's not like it's going to be the easiest ride for you. But if you're resilient, you can actually get Chevening with an HND, okay? Can I apply if my first degree is in a different field from my intended course? Do I stand a chance? So you can definitely apply if your first degree is in a different course, right? The point is, what they really want is potential leaders in different fields. I'll use myself as an example. My first degree was in history and international relations, but I was running a platform in the creative industries, and I have studied a totally different course. I studied creative industries, management, and enterprise. It's not related. But using my leadership experience, my career plan, I was able to show that I understood the field I was trying to go to. I have been working in that field, and forget about my undergraduate. I have done a lot of work. I had I think 3 or 4 years experience in the creative industries, and that really helped me. So I know somebody else as well that got the Chevening scholarship to study human resource management. Her first degree was also in history, but she got the Chevening scholarship. So even if your first degree is not related, as long as you have valid work experience, or you can show how maybe a course from your first degree has led you on a path really to go into a new field, and you can defend it, you'll be fine. I have videos on this on the channel, so check out those videos and learn from them. What are the UK priority areas, and how do I find it? The best way to find the UK priority areas is to go to the UK communication channels in your home country. So for Nigeria, I would say go to UK Nigeria, check through their pages. They actually have a lot of informative videos on their priority areas. Another way you know what the UK is in your country is also their social media channels, right? So what are they posting? What are they doing? What are some of the projects that they're doing? Check those projects and see how any work you're doing aligns with them. It's not just about listing a couple of priority areas. Can you give specific examples of the work they're doing in your home country? That is so important, okay? I have dedicated videos to this on the channel. I keep saying this, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of info on this, so don't get scared on this channel, okay? How long does this process take? Well, I think about a year, to be very honest, because you start the application in this period, August to November. You get shortlisted in February. The interviews happen between March and I think April or May, and then you get selected, conditionally selected in June. Then you have to sort out your final documents. Then you get your final award letter in July. Then you now have to prepare for visa, accommodation processes before you now resume in the UK in September. So literally 1 year, right? So yes, if you don't have 1 year to dedicate to the process, I think you have 1 year if you want a fully funded scholarship. Okay, guys, you can do it. It's not that hard. Anyways, I hope that this has given you clarity on some of the common questions with Chevening. If none of your questions was answered, that's fine. Just drop it in the comments below and I will make a part 2 of this video. Like I've been saying throughout this video, this channel has a whole lot of videos on Chevening, like over 50 videos, guys, including an interview with the program officer. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Like, visit the channel and get all your details. Get value. Okay? Bye, guys.